Hello, Violas. Today we are going to be working on page 33 in Essential Elements Book 2, and we are going to be continuing to work on the cut time meter, but we're going to, on this page, be incorporating some eighth notes. So our tempo on this page is actually going to get a little slower than it was on the last page, but we're going to be adding in the next note value. And when we're in cut time, generally we think of the half note as being the beat, so the quarter note is half the beat, and that makes the eighth note a quarter of the beat. So the eighth notes might feel a little bit more similar to 16th notes in this meter. However, it really all does depend on the tempo, and none of the tempos on this page are super fast. So you might find on this page that it is a little bit more comfortable to count them as if it is in 4/4, but just do remember that the cut time generally has a much stronger beat on the first and the second half note in the measure. So the first half of the measure and the second half of the measure, you're going to really emphasize even a little bit more than you would if it was in 4/4. So I hope that makes sense to you. Let's go ahead and get started with number 149, Rhythm Rap. And as always, we'll play this on our open D string. Good. Now we'll go ahead and play that rhythm with a descending D major scale for number 150, Down Home. Very nice. Let's go ahead and now continue with number 151, Moving Along. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and try a different rhythm. A 152, Rhythm Rap, will introduce us to our next rhythm. Good. You might have noticed that they went ahead and gave us the prep beats in the value of quarter notes, as if this was in 4/4. And when you are playing in cut time, if it is a slower tempo, you might find it more comfortable to count quarter notes rather than half notes. It's always your choice, and it really has more to do with the tempo of the music than how familiar you are with the time signature. But just remember that the cut time and the 4/4 or common time are often used interchangeably, and there is a whole tempo range in the middle where it could be really counted or felt either way. Let's go ahead and do now number 153, Uptown. Good, and now we'll do 154, Flying Bows. All right, very nice. And then the final one on this page is 155, March from Peasants Cantata. This is by Johann Sebastian Bach. Good, and that is it for page 33, and this is actually the last page of the sequential content in this book. All the pages that follow, you've got 4 pages of ensemble pieces. There are some creativity exercises and sight reading exercises, and also some scales and finger pattern exercises. But this is the end of the new concept. So when you finish page 33, you've essentially learned the entire book. Everything else is pretty supplemental. So you're welcome to peruse the rest of the pages of the book, but there aren't any new concepts in the upcoming pages. So you should be able to figure all of them out. So congratulations, you've essentially finished the book, and I hope that you enjoy practicing the cut time pieces with eighth notes. Good luck and happy practicing.